A quick video of the OBD2 CNC based LTO interrogator device. So this is one that can be passed around the various owners of LTL blocks who don't know the IDs of the BMS boards in their packs, and this device can then be forwarded to the LTO supplier, and that they can interrogate the blocks they send out, and hopefully we can all have unique packs. So it's based on an OBD2 CNC board, which you've seen before. I had a few of those left, so I've only assembled it with the bare minimum of components. So there's no switch on it, for instance, because it only has one function. You plug it in and it tells you various information. So it's got a couple of LEDs on, and probably less than 50% of the actual OBD components you see, the sound or etc. is all missing. So you've got the contrast adjustment, the backlight, but the one thing you have got is this little tiny CAN adapter board. This is the IC transceiver CAN chip. Okay, and you can buy these on eBay for a couple of bucks. So I've shoehorned that onto my, just stuck it on with a piece of double-sided tape, and it's we're using an 18F2680 PIC in this because that has CAN transceiver built in. And the important thing to remember here when you attach your LCD, if you're going to make one of these, is don't use the middle 6 pins because they are needed for the CAN bus etc. interface into the PIC. Now, one thing you'll notice about this little tiny board is that I've shoehorned a 100 ohm resistor on there. This is basically the termination resistor for the CAN bus. Now, I forgot to put it in the wire at the other end near the connectors, so I've just clagged it onto the board here, but you wouldn't need to put it on here. You could put it into your wiring loom nearer your blocks. So basically it's powered by a 12 volt wall wart, and this is pre-wired to the unit, and it just has a standard figure of 8 mains connector. It's universal voltage, this one, so this can come with the board, and you can just plug it into, everybody's got a figure of 8 connector somewhere, just plug it into your local main supply. So it supplies 12 volt for the board and for the CAN bus. So the key thing we have is, I have, because I've got the spare harnesses, I've made up the harness. So you have 2 types of plug here. Just hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. So we have 2 types of plug here, and these fit onto the LTO blocks. You only plug one block in at a time, so you do not use both of these connectors at the same time. So you plug one in, get the readings for that block, then you plug the other one in, get the readings for the other half of that block, and then you move on to the next block. If you want to read from the BMS printed circuit board itself rather than the pigtails, then I will supply, there will be an adapter with it as well, which can plug directly into the printed circuit board, little tiny socket there, and then obviously this plugs into one of these ports here, so you can just plug it in as normal. So what I'll do is I'll position this so we can actually see what's going on. Just hang on. I'll power up the device. I'm sorry about this, you'll just have to wait, it's a little bit of a mess here today. It's obviously busy. So having powered up, you get a bit of a splash screen, and there's nothing on the screen at the moment because it's not plugged into any of the BMS boards. So here's the 2 connectors, so I'm just going to plug it into the first block of the pack that's sitting here. Into this one, and you immediately get the data that we're after. So it tells us that that block is block 209. If we look here, it's block 209, and it tells us the total pack voltage on the top line, and then the 12 individual cell voltages. I couldn't fit the 1 millivolt resolution on the screen, so it only displays to 10 millivolt resolution, but that's more than enough to see that they're pretty well in balance. They're all, as you can see here, within 10 millivolts of each other, and the total pack voltage for that block, for that single block there, is about 30 volts, as you can see. So if I unplug that, so you'll see the green LED is on, that means that it's receiving data, and obviously you're seeing it on the screen, so there's no issue there. So if I unplug it, you'll see the green LED has gone off, but the last remaining data remains on screen. So if I go to the next block now, I'll plug it in there. I'll use the other end of the adapter this time. Get in there. So we've got the green LED back again, and we can see this one is well, very similarly balanced. And this one is ID 2020A, and if we look at this one, we see that it is 020A. So that's the LTO interrogator device. So I'll be sending that out in due course. I'm going to put it in I have got a tatty OBD box. I'm just going to put it in that and seal it up with duct tape. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's got this one function in life to perform. There are no controls. You plug it in, it tells you what your block is, it tells you what the voltages are, and that is it.